Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing very well today, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie Jade. I post over here weekly and I do have a vlogging channel too. So in today's video I'm going to be reviewing and testing and swatching the brand new Revolution X Shrek collection. So I have been so excited for this since they first teased it a little while ago now, and I just had to get my hands on this and show you guys what I got and do a whole review. So I hope you'll enjoy this. If you do, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button for me, leave me a little comment in that comment section down below, and make sure to subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. And let's just get started with today's video. So this collection was released on Thursday, I believe, and I ordered it as soon as it was released. I was so excited to get my hands on this, and I think it came yesterday morning, I believe, or yesterday afternoon. I haven't been well all week, so I have just got out of bed this morning and be like, do you know what, we're just gonna film this. I want to try the collection out and I want to do it on camera. So these are the bits that I got from the collection, and honestly I'm obsessed already. This has to be one of Revolution's biggest collaboration collections recently. I think they brought out like 4, maybe 5 mini palettes, a Forever Flawless sized palette, this palette, and then another big palette as well. So they brought out a lot of palettes, and they brought out so many other bits to go with it as well, like makeup bags, the highlighter, all sorts of bits. They brought out a lot of stuff, and this is all in the Heart Revolution range. I've always loved Heart Revolution, but I just don't have that much by them apart from some of their collections from collaborations. So I'm excited to have my hands on this and to test it out. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in, gonna prime my eyes, and we're gonna get started. So we are now all zoomed in and ready to go. And firstly, we're gonna start off with the highlighter. So this is the highlight that I bought, and honestly, I absolutely love it. As soon as I saw this, I knew I had to have it. So this is in the shade Gingy, which they only do one shade, but that's what it's called. This is the packaging for it. Then when we open it up, I'm just completely obsessed. It is so cute. So this is what it looks like. How cute is this? Little gingerbread man from Shrek. And then when we open it up, this is what the highlight looks like. Firstly, look at the details in that. This is why I love Heart Revolution's highlights. They're always so extra. It reminds me of their like rainbow hearts ones, and it just smells amazing. It just smells like Christmas, maybe like a bit like gingerbread and cinnamon together. It just smells of Christmas to me. It looks beautiful, it smells amazing, so I want to see if it actually looks good. If I do a little swatch, it looks really nice and really golden. Normally I go for more of an icy toned highlight, but it does look really pretty. It looks so shimmery, so I want to give it a go. I'm going to take my setting brush by Real Techniques, because this is what I love to use for highlight. And I'm just going to brush this over the product a bit, and I'm really excited to see what it's like. And then start to apply it. Okay. Ooh. I quite like that. That's got a really autumnal, kind of like warm vibe to it. Okay, I do quite like that. I wasn't sure what I'd think of it, if I'm honest. I just bought it for the packaging and because of how cute it looked. The smell of it was a bonus, and I thought, you know what, I'm not sure what I'll think of it, but I was hoping to give it a go. Honestly, if it was a bit of a cooler shade, I think this could be like one of my new favourite everyday highlights, because I love the shimmer of it and how pretty it is and how blendable it is. It's just a little bit of a warm shade for my skin tone, and for the kind of thing that I'd normally go for. So it's a little bit too warm for me personally, but the actual product itself is beautiful. So I went off camera for a minute and just blended that out a little bit more, and I actually really like that now. Like, look at how pretty that is, the glow it's given me. I do really like that. I just feel like I needed to do a little bit more blending on it for it to be a little bit nice. It's got more of a gold kind of like champagne-y tone now than it did before. So yeah, I do really like that, and I'll definitely use that again. Next we've got the palette. So this is the Giant Shrek palette. This one I believe was £20. Quite pricey for a palette, but that was really cute, and I really wanted to test it out for you guys. So we picked that up, and this is what it looks like. Look at how cool this is. Is this not like the coolest palette? I am obsessed. And then when I open it up, get rid of the little protector, this is what it looks like on the inside. And I think it's really nice. I Really, really like the shades in here. The things that's calling my name the most are these shimmers. So in the palette in total, you've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 mattes and 3, 6, 7, 8 shimmers. So 13 mattes and 8 shimmers in there. I think that is a really, really good ratio of mattes to shimmers actually. I really like that, and I love the different variation in mattes and shimmer shades. And I've only just noticed, but if I bring this quite close to you, hopefully you'll be able to see it. There. You can see little outlines of the character, like Donkey there, Shrek there. You can see outlines of the characters on the actual palette, which I never even noticed before, not on the website or when I first opened this up. So I really, really like that. The only thing I'm not as keen on in the palette is the pans are really small, like compared to the size of my finger. Like the pans are really, really small, but you do tend to get that with some Heart Revolution. The pans are a bit smaller, but I do like the palette, and I'm really, really excited to give it a go. So that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to go with like quite a green themed look. That's what I'm feeling, but I do kind of want to try this kind of like greeny shimmer, and then this gold shimmer is really nice as well. So I'm not really sure what we're going to go in with yet. I love the fact that it's got a giant sized mirror. A lot of palettes nowadays are starting to not do mirrors in them, and that's really sad, and I absolutely love a mirror in a palette. So I'm really happy that they've included one in this palette. But I just want to get started. I'm going to insert some swatches here for you guys so you can see those now. And then we're going to put it on my eyes. So these are the swatches for the palette. I've done them in 2 sets, and honestly, they are so beautiful. The matte shades felt really, really creamy, and the shimmery shades are unbelievably pigmented, and I can't wait to get them on my eyes. So I'm going to start off with the shade Triplets, which is this beautiful green here. Like, it's so pretty, and I'm using the 272 brush by P. Louise to do this. It looks really, really crumbly, which is a good sign, meaning it is so pigmented. Like, look at it on the end of my brush. It looks so nice. So I'm really, really excited to try this out. I'm going to start off by just running this through my crease. This is so pretty. That is a really, really nice shade of green. It's kind of like a limey green. I really like that. Just gonna grab a little bit more, and again, with it being a mirrored palette, it makes it so much easier. I do also want to say that I've just upgraded my camera and all my settings and everything, and my full setup. So if things are a little bit chaotic, if they're not quite there yet, a little bit blurry all, that is why, but I promise it is for a good reason, and we are getting there. Like, I love my new setup, absolutely, like, more than anything. I have not done as many videos recently, and honestly, I'm obsessed with this colour. Look at how bright and neon this is. It's so pretty. But yeah, I haven't done as many videos recently because I've just been working on getting my setup sorted. Now that it's sorted, I am honestly so happy with it. Like, I think it's so good. Like, I've still got some little bits to tweak here and there, but this is the first video I'm properly doing since setting it up, and I'm literally so happy with it so far. That's what the colour's looking like. I really like it. I'm going to do the same on this eye, and then we're going to choose a different colour. I think we're going to go in with the Ogre shade to start to blend it out, because that's a lighter one, but it is so pretty. I just don't know where this eye look's going, but I'm so excited for it. It's one of those palettes that there are so many shades in here that I just want to use, that I just don't even know where to start or where to go. This is currently how it's looking, and I am obsessed. I'm just going to build this green up a bit. I can't decide if I just want to go like full on green with the look, if I want to kind of add a bit of a smoky brown touch to it, because the browns are beautiful, or if I should just do those in another day, another video, another look kind of thing, and not go over the top and add too many shades. But so far, this is just unbelievably beautiful. Like, I'm obsessed. So I'm going to tap into the shade Ogre, which is a bit of a lighter green. It's like quite a pastel green. I'm just going to start to really gently buff this around the edges of what we've just done, just to make it a little bit smoother, just to make the blend look a little bit brighter as well, so it's not just blending straight onto my skin. Also, to prime my eyes, I use the Beauty Bay eye base, which is so beautiful, and I've been saying it in every single video lately, every single TikTok live stream, everything, that I'm so near the bottom of this product. I'm literally scraping the bottom out of it. It is just so good, and I cannot let myself throw it away. Yeah, I feel like I could still get some product out of it, but it's so nice. I need to order another one, really. This is how it's looking. I actually thought that green really helped to brighten it up a bit. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go in with the shade Forest, which is this really deep green because I really like the look of this. I'm just going to get a thinner brush to do it as well. So I'm just going to go in with this one here, which is again a P. Louise, but it's a 235 brush. It's just got a bit of a thinner, more tapered end to it. I'm going to tap into that. Wow, that looks really pigmented, which is obviously a good thing. And I'm just going to start to apply this into my eye corner. Okay, that's quite nice. I'm going to get a little bit more because I didn't put too much on my brush, because I wasn't sure how pigmented it'd really be. And I'm just buffing this into my outer corner, on my lid, and a little bit through the crease there. That is really nice. I love the combination of that with the triplet shade. That is so nice, and I really like the name shades of all these. I felt they're all so iconic and so relevant to Shrek. I actually want to go see Shrek the Musical because I haven't seen it, and so many people have raved about it, like saying how good it really is. So I really want to see it. Okay, I think seeing this green is kind of decided for me. Then I'm just going to go in with like an all green look because these greens are just so beautiful. I'm now going to go back in with that brush that we used before, which is the 272 brush, tapping back into that triplet shade and then blending over the edge of that dark green we had just to build up that intensity there. And we've got like a nice transition between the dark and the light. Really like this palette so far. Some of these palettes, when you see them looking like this and looking all pretty and quite novelty, it's like, is it just for the novelty factor, or is it actually going to be a good quality product? But so far, this is really good quality. This is how it's looking now. I've got that kind of like blended out, and I'm actually obsessed with this colour combination. I think it's so pretty. Gonna start doing the same thing on my other lid. Can't decide if I like the ears on this palette. Like, I do keep using them as like little handles to pick the palette up with, and it's quite nice to be able to like rest my hand in there, but they do also keep getting in the way a little bit. So I'm just gonna start with this one. I'm just applying that green in there. Oh, it's so pretty. I feel like there's like 500 different looks I could do with this palette. Like, I have so much inspiration from this palette. Really into greens. I've not found that many green palettes that I genuinely like. I feel like a lot of them is, the greens are either really khaki or really pastel, and you don't get many like actual bright greens. But this green that we've got as a transition here is absolutely stunning. So I'm actually really happy with that, and there's so many looks I could do with it that just really inspired me. So I'm just going to sit here and keep blending till I'm happy with this green, so we can get them to match and just make them all nice and blended before we move on to the next colour. This is now how it's looking, and I'm going to go in with a cut crease, and then we can add more layers and add some glitter and things like that in after. So I'm going to use my Cut Carve by P. Louise. I actually lost this for a solid like 2 weeks. I searched my office literally high and low, and I could not find it anywhere at all. And then yesterday, I randomly just heard something drop and then looked on the floor, and it had fallen on the floor. I have no idea where it was the whole time, but I've now found it, so we've got it back. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a cut crease using that. I'm using this flat brush here. It's just like a flat brush from Wilkinson's or something, nothing fancy at all. And then I'm going to start to carve out where I want the cut crease to go. So I'm just going to carve out where we don't want the product to be. I like to try just follow the line of where my actual crease in my eye is, and then if I want we can add more, or just keep adding a bit of shape to it and just keep playing around after that. So I'm just pulling this through. This is how it's looking so far, and then just keep playing with it and adding bits and adding bits, well, removing bits and removing bits until they're matching, until I'm happy. Then when I get to where I'd say out corner, I try to like lift it a little bit above my crease. And then removing all that excess there. I'm quite happy with that, to be fair. I'm going to do a little bit more on this side, just at the outer corner. Then I'm going to grab a cotton bud to remove that excess product that was just kind of like melted away. I have been using Vaseline for the last like week and a half, 2 weeks, because I haven't had my cut carver. Honestly, it does the job, but it is just nowhere near as good as a cut crease. This literally just cuts through that product and just melts it away perfectly. Whereas Vaseline does remove it and it does help. it just doesn't kind of melt it away the same way. It doesn't have that kind of like flawless line. It's just not quite there. But it is a good substitute if you don't have the carver. And now I'm just following that line with a cotton bud to remove that product we've just melted away. Make sure there's no oiliness and no greasiness underneath where we're going to apply our base. Just like that there, and then the same thing on my other eye. This one I might need to take up a little bit higher, but I'll see when we've removed all this. I never used to use a cotton bud for this. I used to use cotton pads, but it was so difficult. But then one day I just used a cotton bud and I was like, this is an absolute game changer, and I don't know why I hadn't ever thought of it before. So I've just grabbed some of my Beauty Bay eye base on the back of my hand. I was going to go in for P. Louise, but I just felt like the shade of my Beauty Bay one just fit the look a little bit better. And I've grabbed my So Beauty flat brush. This is my absolute favourite brush for applying like a cut crease. However, they don't even make these anymore, so I'm absolutely gutted about that. So I need to find a new favourite. And then I'm going to really carefully and gently start to just follow this line that we've created to make a nice smooth crease there. I'm just going to follow and outline this. There, literally like that, and then I'm going to fill in that space just by patting it in. And that creates the most kind of like smooth, flawless kind of cut crease that I can create anyway. And then just fill in that gap there. Literally just like that, and I'm going to do the exact same thing on my other eye. So I'm just going to flip my brush and then really gently start to outline here. Get a little bit more product on there. And then start to outline it there. I was never any good at doing my cut crease and getting it to look neat or anything like that. Like, still now, it's not perfect, but it's a lot better than I used to be. And the one big thing that I got was P. Louise teaching me that one trick, which was to just really gently outline where you want it to go and then basically fill the gap in. And it works like an absolute dream. Like, it really, really, really does help when applying it. I feel like it's like the biggest thing that's helped me with my cut crease. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to let it dry just for a minute while I do my lower lash line. For my lower lash line, I'm going to go with basically the same shades we use on my lid. So for the centre of my lower lash line and the majority of it, I'm going to go with that triplet shade there. And just really lightly buff this under my eye line. For my outer corner, we're going to go in with that dark forest shade. Then for the inner corner, I'm going to go with the ochre shade. So that's what I'm going to do. I used to never really do my lower lash line, and then I got into a habit of doing it every single makeup look. And then recently I kind of just got out of that habit and just stopped. So I'm trying to just make myself do it. Every time I'm waiting for my cut crease to dry, I do it. So now that I've done my lower lash line, I'm going to go in and carry on with my lid. So I'm going in with the shade Forest, which is that dark green, and I'm gently just patting / blending that over that very outer corner and just blending it in with that cut crease that we applied. I've gently patted over the edges of that cut crease there just to help make it blend a little bit better. And this is what we're just going to do, is just gently tap this in. Then I'm going to do the same thing with my other lid, just to help blend it all together and make it all kind of like come together. So now that that is done, this is how it's looking, and I want to play with some shimmers because that is literally the most exciting part of this look right now for me. I have so many shimmers to play with, I'm so excited. I think I'm going to start off with the shade Garden because look at how beautiful this looks. I'm going to start off by just tapping that towards my outer corner. Oh wow, that is really nice. That is absolutely beautiful. Okay, this is going to go towards my outer corner. So just putting that like overlapping the edge of that dark green and then into where we've got the cut crease base. Trying to make it as symmetrical as we can. That's how it's looking. And then I really want to use the yellowy shade. It's like a gold here, it's this one, and it is called Adventure. This is what it looks like, and it just looks ridiculously beautiful, and I just need to put it on my eyes. So that's what I'm going to do next. So I'm just getting some of that onto my finger. So beautiful. And then I'm just going to gently tap this on the edge of that one and try to like blend the two in together, and then bring that through into my inner corner. It is so pretty. I just need to work on the blend a little bit on it, but it is just stunning. I felt that is the perfect shade that we could have used that inner corner. Gonna try to leave a little bit with kind of like the white in the inner corner where the cut crease still is, but not too much, just a little bit, just for the contrast. And then keep going with this yellow. It's just so beautiful. I feel like it's actually blending really well into that dark green as well. I thought we might have to get another shimmer in there to make it blend, but it's blending really well, and the contrast is really pretty as well. I really like this. Honestly, I feel like it's the perfect palette. Like, you've got the most beautiful greens in here. They have such a big variety, but I really like this. I kind of want to add like another colour, another shimmer, but I don't want to end up ruining it by going too heavy and adding too much. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to apply some mascara. The one that I've been into the most lately is the Kind and Free by Rimmel. This one is vegan, cruelty free, kind to your skin, just all over good things. Really like it. I'm just going to apply this. This gives quite a nice natural look unless you want to build it up and be a little bit more intense. So I'm just going to apply this. So I mean, it's so nice, and it does make a big impact just from applying a little bit. So this is now the final look, and honestly I am obsessed. I love this palette so much. Pigmentation is beautiful, but my favourite thing has to be the shimmers. Like, the shimmers are absolutely stunning. I do love everything about it. Like, they're really blendable. Love the overall presentation. Like, I think they've put a lot of work, effort, and just a lot of thought into this presentation of the palette. Only thing I'm not as keen on is the size of the pans are a little bit small for my liking, but you still get quite a lot of products in there, and it is still absolutely beautiful. I really want to play around with those warmer and brown tones soon because they looked really nice as well. But this is the final look. What do you guys think? I really like it. I feel like I've not done like a green look in a while. I felt the yellow really makes the look pop quite a bit. Yeah, I really like it. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do not forget to smash that thumbs up button for me. If you haven't already, please press that subscribe button with the bell on, because then you'll be notified every time I upload, and it would mean so much to me. But that is it for me for today. I hope you've all enjoyed this video, and I hope I see you all very soon. Bye!